One, and we off to the races in the Center Court Podcast. I'm your host, Chill Will.
It's the other host, Jay All Day.
Our powers combined to form Center Court Podcast. A.J. Brown has been traded. A.J. Brown is no longer with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's been traded in the worst kept secret in NFL history.
Worst kept secret.
He is.
But we called it. We just didn't beat y'all over the head with it.
Right. We knew it was happening. Everybody knew it was happening.
June 1st. We said June 1st, and it's June 1st.
Sixers got a new GM, and we're going to talk about that guy.
Yes, sir.
We got Flyers and Phil's coverage, too, and Jay-Z freestyle. We're going to start covering the fucking culture shit, too. So Jay-Z
big thing at the Roots picnic everybody's talking about. So
yeah. So that's what that is. And this is what this is, the Center Court Podcast. And you're here and you're listening and you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Once again, it's Chill Will and Jay All Day. And hey, I just got one question.
Shoot.
What am I going to do? Go. 50. 50.
It's a lot of shit happening in the city, sports-wise, culture-wise. Yeah, it's like over this last damn week. What the hell happened? Shit. A.J. Brown got traded just a little while ago. Today, June 1st, as a lot of people had predicted.
Yep. We knew it was coming. We kind of said it a while ago. We just didn't keep talking about it because we knew AJ was getting traded and nothing happened till the new roster year came in. And, this is when the Eagles finally can make this move. And it, helps out the salary cap a lot better. I mean, it helps out the salary cap moving forward.
Yep. And it was just wait until this day. The turnover of the league year or whatever the fuck it was. Eagles trade AJ to the New England Patriots for a 2028 first round pick and 2027 fifth round pick. And so Center Court Podcast is here to talk about it. And what's your initial thoughts about it, bro? Like, how do you feel about it? Your initial reaction? How do you feel about the compensation? Just give me kind of your general thoughts about the trade in initiality.
Well, I believe initially the price was set back when I believe Waddle was traded earlier in the offseason. That was going to be a first and another and, additional picks, no matter how it shook down for that caliber of a wide receiver this season. So how many,
after it all shook out, what do you feel about the compensation that we got in return? How do you feel about it? Now that it's all shaken out, how do you feel?
I mean, I feel like it's fair compensation. It works out for both teams. I don't think there's actually, you can say, this team won the trade, that team won the trade. I just think it just works out even for, both teams. The Eagles benefit by getting the roster space, the salary cap space. But you got the new receiver in, so you get a new fresh take on the wide receiver room. I guess, Smitty's going to be the leader of the wide receiver room now, so he gets to take over that.
Which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, so you get that aspect of it. You get a first and a fifth later, first 2 years from now, and a fifth next year. So how he could work his magic, maybe shake that fifth up to make something else happen. So and they just get a wide receiver to go with Drake May up there. So that's what they needed. So a win-win for both teams.
Goddamn, what's his face got traded to the Rams today. Myles Garrett got traded to the Rams today. So right?
Now, before we get into the particulars of this trade,
right?
I think the Rams and the Browns fucked us, bro.
Yeah, you think the Rams and Browns colluded to fuck the Eagles? Is that what you think?
The trade went through, and I think maybe Howie, because think about the other meetings earlier in the season. Howie's seen with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett seen here with Howie. Questions about this.
Yeah.
Howie goes right into the podium to talk at the owners' meeting.
Right. Then this happens.
That took place. And right before, we knew our trade, we knew this was kind of on the books. But being as though it was already on the books and it happened after this trade, I don't know if we still had some stake in that game for Myles Garrett. Then once it happened, it's like, all right, well, let's just do what we already had planned.
Right.
But I think we could have made that move. That'd have been great. But I mean, what the Rams got.
Yeah, right. Here's the thing. We couldn't predict how AJ was going to feel about where he was traded if it wasn't the Patriots. That's what I feel like. I feel like.
I guess, because he worked with us. He was, I guess he worked with the team. I guess he got off of social media. He got quiet. He didn't keep,
right. He didn't get back in the media. He didn't do a lot of crazy stuff. So it felt to me like if he just kind of kept his cool, they would give him what he wanted, as opposed to like fucking him and sending him to Cleveland and in the deal for Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? That's what I felt like really was happening. Once that, and this is we'll talk about Myles Garrett later because he took the bag from Cleveland and then demanded the trade the next year. But we'll get into that.
Listeners the particulars of that trade. So the Rams they traded Jared Verse to over to the Browns, and they got also a 2027 first rounder, 28 second rounder, and a 29 third round pick. Okay. All to get Myles Garrett out. So 3 picks and a 2-time Pro Bowl player.
Right. Yeah. Was he all pro? But I know he was Pro Bowl. I don't know if he was all pro, but Jared Verse is a good young player. He was like the highlight of their defense right now, the Rams, if I'm not mistaken.
Very true.
So
very true.
He now. With that being said, Myles Garrett is light year. He might be a light year or two a better player. That's crazy. So does that automatically put the Rams in the driver's seat of the NFC?
I believe it puts them in the driver's seat out there in the West. Okay. I believe that puts them in front of San Francisco. That puts them in front of.
It puts it in front of Seahawks too.
Wait. Because I gotta see what the Seahawks did just win the Super Bowl. So let me not give them that. Let me not take that away from them. But they did lose one of the major. The starting running back was a major component to them winning the Super Bowl. So I gotta see this season how it starts off. If it's just they can plug another back into that system and get the same production and get the same thing going, then
or maybe they
from
break it
from
up,
right now. But
do it by committee. Maybe the committee back it up. You know what I mean?
But on paper, this put them closer to the Seahawks.
The goddamn NFC West gonna be chipping, bro. And that's who we got. Look at us. Look how lucky the Eagles are, right? We get the NFC West this year. Oh, let's just introduce Myles Garrett to the mix, right?
I mean, we get a flip flop on it though. We get the NFC West and we get the AFC South. So we get 4 games.
So we get 3 games off. Yeah. So all right. Well, now that the AJ trade is done, we did discuss the particulars. I wanted to look at the schedule again now, right? Because last week we looked at the schedule game by game. Or was that the week before? I can't remember. High level podcast.
Well, we did it before.
We did it.
Map.
But the fact is we did it, and that's the important part. But now I want to review that. I want to look at the schedule again, and with this trade going down now, right? Let's look at the schedule one more time, and go from there. If you don't mind pulling up the schedule, because
all right, I got the schedule pulled up, bro. Whenever you're ready.
All right. So first game is versus the Commanders. Does that? Yeah. Well, no. I wanted to do this a different way, right? Let's add it up a different way. Okay.
All right. What you got?
Let's assume that the Eagles go 1-3 with the NFC West this year. Okay. You lose versus the Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers, but you win versus the Cardinals. Now you 1-3, right? You split with the Cowboys. So now you 2-4. Okay. Let's say you split with the Giants, and now you 3-5. You beat the Commanders twice, so now you 5-5. Okay. Now we start looking at the loose games that on the AFC South. Right now, I project a win versus the Colts, a win versus the Titans, a win versus the Texans, and a win versus the other Jaguars. So that's 4 wins.
Jaguars.
So that puts you at 9-5. Okay. Now we go to you got the schedule pulled up, right? Who am I missing?
Yep. So that leaves the Steelers.
Okay.
That leaves
the Steelers. So we'll count this. Let's do the Steelers now. I count that as a win. Okay. So that would make us 10-5. Okay. The next game would be the Panthers. I count that as a win. That's 11-5. Okay.
You got the Bears.
The Bears. Now count that as a loss. So that's 11-6 right there. So if there are no more games in the schedule, if the math checks out, that puts us at 11-6. Right?
Correct.
Where do you think that? Because the NFC West is going to be a slog like it was last year. It's just going to be a brutal knife fight out there, and we're going to let them have that. Y'all do what y'all do. So where do you think that puts us?
11-6. 11-6 can win the division,
right?
But I still believe we're playing week 1.
Okay.
We're not getting a bye out of 11-6.
11-6 don't seem like it's going to cut the mustard. It really don't seem like it as far as a number 1 seed. Now, having the NFC West be as good as it is, it's a gift and a curse. They're going to kick each other in the ass. However, they're going to brutalize the rest of the league, right? That's the up and down of it. So that factors in,
right?
And I think we can kind of count on them. One of them playing each other in the first round, right? That's what I'm thinking. Something like that'll happen because one of them wins the division.
But don't forget, that 49ers game is at the end of the season. That's darn near.
That might be a playoff game.
That's week 17.
It's a playoff game.
So at that point, it depends on.
We could easily be playing the 49ers back to and like play them that week, and then week 18 goes off, and then it's playing them again. It could easily happen.
Yeah.
Easily.
So if you don't got the division locked up by then, and based off of what your record is, no, you're still jockeying for position. So
yeah. Now, I thought my tolerance right there was pretty good, spot on, because I don't know if you beat the Rams as currently constructed. I just don't feel like that. We barely beat them season previous on the block field goal, was it? And Jared Davis ran it in. That's what happened. We won that game. Cool, no problem. That's not happening again, right?
You never know. Big David Davis can get another one, get it down the field. Come on,
yeah,
big
I
boy.
would love that. Yes, please. Yes, we get the Super Bowl champions fresh off their Super Bowl run, and we get everybody knows what the NFC West is, man. Come on, but it's interesting to see. I can't wait to look at that. It looks like it's gonna be fun. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just. Jay all day don't even know about this. I'm putting this out now. I'm putting together a bus trip, a Center Court podcast road trip. I want to put this together, but I think I want to gauge it off the response. So I'm planning on going to Washington. The Center Court podcast wants to go to Washington and
on the road.
A road trip, and you can be a part of it. All you got to do is check in. And I'm putting this out there to everybody. I want to get a head count. So if you're listening and you might want to go to the Washington game on November something, I'm gonna check into that. I'm thinking it's November.
I get the date for you. That is,
I believe, I'm going to say
November 1st.
November 1st. I was just about to say November 1st. If you're interested, go on YouTube, right? Because we on YouTube now.
That's Sunday Night Football, people.
It's Sunday Night Football. So you want to talk about what it'd be, dog? Let's talk about it real quick. So if the Center Court podcast did a road trip, the game starts at 8:25 in Washington. It starts at 8:25. So we would have to be there probably, I want to say 5. So we could take part in the tailgate. We can go in, watch the game, and then we can bring it on back. The game won't be over till about midnight. You think?
Yeah. So 5, 6, we try to get down there, take part in a little bit of festivities.
Right. Watch the game.
Little tailgate action. Talk trash with a couple fans.
Talk trash with the fans. Tailgate action. Hit the game. We out on the road.
Sunday Night Football.
Bro, how long we get home? Maybe 2, 3 in the morning. Depending on
so be it. So be it.
No, I'm just wondering. I'm just laying it out for people. The reality of the situation.
So a bus trip.
It's a bus trip.
With your boys on the bus.
With your boys from the Center Court podcast. You get a bus seat.
Let's some light refreshment. Hey, BYOB if we can make it happen. Let's make that happen.
Yes, all you got to do is show up with your beverage of choice, right? And then you hop on the bus, and then we go to the game.
Bring snacks. Bring plenty for everybody. Let's make it like everybody brings something. We can get down on this bus.
Right.
Go to Washington for Sunday night football
and turn it up.
Turn up.
And get home.
Bird Gang gets a win.
Bird Gang gets a dub. That's what I'm putting together.
We come home with the spoils of war.
That's what we're gonna do, dog. That's what we're gonna do. If you interested in going on this trip, November 1st versus in Washington, just hit me in the YouTube comments, right? And we'll link up that way. You know, we want to encourage engagement with the YouTube comments. We want to put this together, and we think you should be there. The Sixers got a new GM. Hard change. Just a quick switch. Sixers got a new GM. What the hell?
Yeah, so we picked up Mike Gansey from the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was their former president of basketball operations since 2022. He is now the Sixers' new general manager of basketball operations. Okay, now
this guy has a body of work since he got to Cleveland. In 22, you said?
Yeah, in 22. So he originally got there as an assistant in 2011, moved up through the G League, and became the Cavs general manager within 22. So, yeah, he put, 11 years in, and been the GM for the last 4.
Uh-huh.
So
is there a list of shit that he did while he was there? Now, I just like all vibes, like I'm looking at it without even looking at it. The Cavaliers roster outside of James Harden, I'm pretty much okay with. I have a positive overall feeling about that roster minus James Harden. Not even because I don't like James Harden. I think James Harden's probably a decent dude. However, when it comes to like late playoff situations, scenarios, I'm not sure if he's up to the task anymore.
I mean, you can see it hurts to see what, the MVP caliber player James Harden, turned into. But I mean, I think I've said it before. It was a Kobe interview before Bean passed away. Rest in peace, Kobe. I mean, he said it himself. He said the way James Harden plays, he's never going to win a championship in the NBA.
And so far,
James Harden has never adjusted his game. When you get to the playoffs, they're not going to give you that, those fouls, those calls that you used to get. They're not giving you that. You're not going to go to the line 10 times a game and live off the line.
I think Kobe might be right on this one, man. He might be spot on with this one. I don't think that James Harden has that type of game where he could elevate a team in that arena. The Eastern Conference Finals, the finals. I think the game is too athletic, it's too fast, it's too strong and maybe not too strong for him. It's athletic and it's too fast for him, certainly. It's not too skilled for him. James Harden can hold his own in the skill arena.
He can get a bucket, but it's like, when he tries to drive and draw the foul, you're driving to draw the foul, not to score. They're not going to give you that.
No, it don't work like that.
And on defense,
he's a minus on defense. He's a minus. He's a negative.
You lost a step. Your lateral movement isn't as quick. You can see the Knicks, so they attacked him.
Right.
And
that alone is the one portion of the. Now I haven't been paying attention to the Cavaliers a whole lot, so I don't know why they didn't want to keep Darius Garland. Maybe it was a financial thing, But I would have rather had Darius Garland for that playoff run, given what you got from James Harden. Now, of course, there are considerations that I don't know what the hell Cavaliers were thinking. I have no idea, and they might have been justified because now you got to pay James Harden if you want him to stay. So if the issue was the money, then you don't think Darius Garland would have took what you're prepared to give to James Harden? Right?
Would they have had a better shot with Darius Garland? But
I believe that they would have. Darius Garland, in my mind, right now, is a better player than James Harden. Right.
Running off on the James Harden tangent. I mean, okay, he made the same mistake we made bringing in James Harden. So maybe that's what they looked at. Okay, what did you learn from this mistake?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yes.
the plus that he did do, he brought Donovan Mitchell into Cleveland. So
and he drafted Evan Mobley, and he got the guy in the middle. I forgot his name with the fro. I like the way. That's what I'm saying. Generally, their team is constructed solidly. So I don't think it was but it's just that James Harden thing kind of spooks me a bit. That's all.
So I don't know. Maybe they could get on the same page and say, how do we not make that mistake again? We both made that same mistake. Well, let's not do that
him
again.
and Hinkie did this thing, right? So both of them have traded for James Harden, and this new guy did it more recently than anybody, right?
Right.
And it was bad when fucking Hinkie did it. It wasn't that great then.
No. Morey did it.
Morey. I'm sorry.
That was Morey.
You're right.
Don't put that on the great Hinkie.
High level podcasting. Don't you mind me? Not one baby bit. But you see what I'm driving at.
Don't you dare put that on Hinkie's
name. But you see where I'm driving the car, right? You understand? You see where I'm driving this, right?
I got it. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
I'm here to play devil's advocate because think about it. This new guy did the same thing that I forgot the guy's name already.
So you're hoping that
he don't turn out the same way. Is it just a continuation of the same shit?
It's not more the same thing. It's not more the same thing. You're hoping that this is a change in direction. Let's build through the draft. Let's draft these players. Let's develop them. Let's, keep them on the team and figure it out. Because, you got to figure over the last 3, 4, 5 drafts, we got 2 players out of that we still have on the roster.
Yeah, right. We talked about it.
That's BJ and Bona. And it's
we talked about it. That's exactly right. And that will be the measure of his tenure here. Because he got a draft coming up in a few weeks, right? Draft's coming up. So we're going to see what his chops look like early. We're going to see what his roster construction chops look like right off the bat. Because he gets this draft. He gets this free agency period. He gets it all. The finals begin. We haven't even gotten into that yet. The finals are starting.
So
once the finals
San
are
Antonio
over,
Spurs.
Oh, well, you want to jump into that? Yeah, Spurs.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, Spurs have advanced to the finals. They got the OKC out of here.
They got him out of here. Now, I can't lie to you. This kind of throws off my bracket a bit. I had the Thunder winning that game. I didn't think Wemby was ready, but for crying out loud, the kid might be ready to go.
Wemby is ready because he's in the finals, bro.
Yeah, I think this is his year. And if he wins it this year, which I think he will, it's his league now, bro. And it's going to be his league probably for the next maybe 15 years, my dude. Because I don't know who going to win Defensive Player of the Year while he's in the league and playing. I don't know who going to win it. Secondly, I think Karl Anthony Towns will give you some predictions on who wins this series, but I think Karl Anthony Towns will play well, but he won't play as well as Wemby. What we about to witness, right? What we about to see is the crowning of the kid. That's what we about to see, and it's going to come at the expense of these Knicks. That's what's about to happen.
So you're calling it already. You're going for the Spurs. You're calling the Spurs win already. Okay.
Well, listen. I didn't think whoever came out of the East could play against the Thunder or the Spurs, if you want the truth.
I thought that originally too, until I saw this run that New York went on and saw how. Let me give Mike Brown his flowers.
Please,
you know me, Center Court Podcast, Jay all day, your consummate Sixers fan. Fuck the Knicks. But let me give Mike Brown his flowers because the coaching, the adjustments that he has made through these playoff series, team after team, and having his team prepared is bananas. Like scheme after scheme, defensively, offensively, picking, fishing out and finding the weak link, James Harden, taking advantage of our weak perimeter closeout defense. Doing
what it takes to win. I'll congratulate him. I agree with
being
you.
able to drawing it up and being able to having the players to execute it. I got to give him his credit. So the Knicks on a hell of a run, historic run.
I'll give it to him, and I want to speak to that.
Games.
I want to speak to that. I'll give it to him. You know what? You're absolutely right, bro. He has done a great job. his adjustments did look good. And he actually had that team prepared, ready to go every step of the way. But in my mind, I think where the Knicks are speaks more to what the condition of the Eastern Conference is than it is to what the Knicks are as a team. I think it speaks to more the Eastern Conference being weak than it does to what the Knicks being good. I think the talent for this league is in the Western Conference. And the Thunder at position themselves, if Jalen Williams is healthy for this last seventh game, you wonder if that tips the scales. Now, would it have? We'll never know. But they were injured. Now, you can't tell me nothing about injuries. I know what can happen to a team if one of your best players is not playing in the playoffs. It don't lead to very good things. However that went, the Spurs is up. The Eastern Conference is not as good a conference as the West right now. It's just, to me, that's what it is. The Knicks have done something historic. Yes, they have, and I'll give them all the credit in the world. They did what they had to do, but I think it speaks more to the weakness to the Eastern Conference than anything, And the Knicks had to play the schedule. They played who's in front of them, and they beat them. They beat them bad. They beating teams up.
They beat them bad.
Yeah.
Beat us bad.
Yeah. They beat, it's an historic run, and they deserve all the accolades that they get, without a doubt. But I don't know, Big Frog. Wemby a different animal. They call him the alien for a reason.
I'm with you 100%. I think it's going to be a good series, but I don't see the Knicks getting dog walked out of here. I think it's going to be a fight.
Okay.
And
now, dog walk, no.
I'll agree with you there. I'll say San Antonio does win. I'll give my prediction. San Antonio takes this one, but it's going to be a battle.
Now, we were talking about the Sixers. Do you think that they could be in the playoff mix next year, given that they have a new GM, they about to go pick 22nd in the draft, you know what I mean? Is it realistic that the Sixers are a playoff team next year? Now, I know we got a lot of offseason to go. Given the team as it's currently constructed, you keep Oubre, you keep Grimy, you got a first round pick in here. Do you think this is a playoff team?
They got enough to make it to the playoffs. But there's still going to be the same issue that we've run into with the Sixers is going to be depth.
Yes.
Who do you have that you can depend on in crunch time, when
things are getting tough, when it's the guts of the game. And I think if you can flip Paul George for maybe 2 or 3 capable players, 2 or 3 guys that can hold their own on the perimeter as far as just 3 and D players, just can hold their own on the defensive end and can just hit shots, I think it will go a long way. Flipping Paul George for maybe 2 or 3 guys, I would say at least 2 guys like that. You get a draft pick, and I think you're right back in the mix. You know what I mean? And that's 3 players right there. Is 3 players enough with Oubre, with Grimes? Is 3 players enough to move the needle? One of them being a rookie?
Maybe it could be, because if we really think about it, maybe it is possible. Paul George, for what he missed 25 games over the suspension. 25 more games of Paul George if he's healthy,
Yeah.
That could be more beneficial to the team. That could get you a couple wins.
Okay, he missed 25 games. If Paul George played, how many of those games do you think the Sixers win if Paul George plays in those 25?
Let's give him. It was 25. Let's just say 10.
Okay, 10 and 15?
Yeah,
10 and just a losing record. 10 and 15.
It's still losing, but just adding 10 wins to your total of the season we just had.
Adding 10 wins would have really jumped us up maybe to 3rd place. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. That makes sense to me. I get that. I'm thinking more along the lines of, though, if Paul George is two different players, his salary is split into 2 players. Now they don't have to. Now I know you're not going to get everything out of these two players. And it's not going to be the world, but just two playable guys, two playoff playable guys. Somebody who can give you something in the playoffs and just play, not all be Paul George. We got a lot of capital invested in him. And that'll be the first. If he can move this Paul George contract, he'll have my ear. If not, until then,
that's what it's going to take.
Yeah, it's going to take him.
You can get one of these contracts moved.
Yeah. Other than that, he's just a guy. Like, he's just here. That's what we need you to do. We need you to get out your bucket and mop and clean up the mess that this last guy made. Right? Am I wrong? We want you to get in here and clean up
something.
Yeah, that this last
clean up
guy
some of
did.
this shit more he left us.
This shit that this last guy did, we want you to get in here, get your bucket, get your mop, and clean this shit up. That's what we want. So that means he's not going to impress me until he moves one of these contracts or both and makes this team viable sooner than later. That's what it's going to take for me. Otherwise, they could have gave that job to anybody. They could have gave it to, anybody. You name, insert name here. You know what I mean? That to me, that's what it's going to take. You want to convince me do something. That's what I think. And unless you had something else on the Sixers GM search, Oh, and we could dive back into the finals real quick. The matchups for me is what do it. I don't think that the Knicks have enough depth. The Knicks have the advantage is, I think, maybe as far as forwards. The Spurs have the advantage as far as guards, and the Spurs have the advantage as far as center, in my opinion. And it might be too much for the Spurs. I don't think the Knicks get dog walked by any stretch. I think that the Spurs attack eventually is just too much to handle, is what I think. And, Spurs win.
All right. So, with that being said, what else we got?
I did have we could go into the Flyers right now if you want it. So,
I got a very important update on the Flyers. Fuck the Flyers.
So I want to go into an important segment called Phillies Watch. Now, it's important because, your boy Willie Hurt, a.k.a. Chill Will, made a prediction to start the season that the Phillies would not make the playoffs. So as we currently stand, if you don't mind pulling up, we're going to check in on it. This is our Phillies Watch segment. Brought to you by the chicken I just fried at my kitchen. So, what do you think? Where are we at right now, bro?
So right now they're 30-29. They're still 9.5 games out of any type of first place in the division. How many games they're out of the wild card? Probably. I didn't even look at that one. Yeah. But they're trying to turn it around. They're going to probably middle around here for a while because they've been back and forth on this for the week. I think they got the Padres coming up out in San Diego. They swept the Padres in the last series, so maybe they can make some headway, get a couple, get ahead of this series, and start making some get some gains. Like it's crazy that you don't want to sit on this seesaw for the rest of the till damn near All-Star break, and
Oh, that seesaw of win 1, lose 1, win 2. Lose 3. That cycle of going up and down.
Yeah, that's the cycle you got to break. You got to break that cycle, and you got to get some consistency going. So I think going out to San Diego. So I think going out to San Diego could be, should be what they need. Wait, let me see. Are they on the road to San Diego, or is San Diego coming here? Let me look that up.
Yes, and to me, I don't know if it makes a difference. I think for a team that is in this position, there are just better teams right now. This ain't the year to go 500. I think you would have to be above 500 this year in order to make a dent in it. As far as the standings this year, this ain't the year to be 500. If you wanted to be 500, better years exist. You know what I mean? This ain't it, because right now they sit. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna get. This ain't the year. I don't think any year is going to be the year for that.
Right. Yeah. Because right now they sit at 30-29.
So the Padres are coming here. So.
Okay. Yeah, they're
coming to the bank. So maybe they can get something to pop there.
Third in the East, National League East, behind the Braves, like you said. The Braves sit at 40-20, and we're essentially 10 games behind at 30-29. So I don't think you can, with teams like the Brewers, who are actually 35-21, lead their division. Cardinals were better. Pirates are better. The whole Central Division is better than us.
Yeah, you're really like, I think last time we checked, they were close to six and a half to 7 games out.
You can't. You won't have to be better than 500. You want to get around to 6, maybe. You gonna have to get up there as far as the standings. You can't. It's not gonna happen for you, bro. I'm standing on my prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Standing on it. If you see me in the street, ask me about it. I'll tell you. I'll let you know. And I don't. Baseball for me is a feeling. There's a lot of feelings today, I guess. It's the feelings podcast, whatever. And I don't think this changes for us, bro. That shit ain't gonna happen. And, well, what do you think? we sitting right. We played 60-some games, right?
Yeah, I mean, this looks like might be one of those seasons that you just kind of
59.
You're going to have to take the ups and downs with this one, guys. It's like, I don't know.
I don't see a lot of essentially 101 games left. You play 160 games, right? So after the
163, yeah, I think.
162.
Go ahead and go on a hell of a run.
100 games. You got 100 games to figure out.
Hell of a run.
But you got to win probably. Out of 100, you got to win 60 of these games, I think. If you really want to get a shot at even the wild card, I think you have to win 60 of these joints. 60 out of these hundos. 65 would be good. Would be great.
Like a money ball run, you damn near got to go on.
Yeah. But there's a lot of games to figure it out. That's why we calling it Phillies Watch. When we get to around my birthday, August, we'll see what the hell's going on then. That's when we'll really know. September, that's when we'll really know what's happening. You know what I mean? A lot of shit will be figured out by then.
Right.
And we'll keep an eye on it until then. We got shit going on. The Roots picnic was this past weekend. Another hard transition, right? Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. All right.
So they had a nice event in the city.
Roots picnic.
People showed out.
Right. Now, Center Court Podcast wasn't on deck for this one. As much as we love the Roots and we love picnics, we couldn't. As much as we love the Roots and picnics. We couldn't quite get to this one. A bit about Jay and I. We are both have full-time careers, him and I. Full-time, we both skilled tradesmen. So we're not going to be able to get to all the events in the city, even though we'd like to get to them. But we did hear about this joint. And this Jay-Z freestyle. Did you hear it, bro?
Yeah, so I heard it. So nice event, Jay-Z headlined, and he headlined. He had a freestyle that he went off on and named something. Well, didn't name, but once you break down the bars and everything. Jay-Z went at a number of people in the freestyle. I guess you want to start figuring out who it was. I guess he said something about Dame Dash.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez, Nicki Minaj,
Drake, Skeena.
Drake. Yeah, it's like a laundry list of people. I guess Jay-Z got tired of hearing stuff from, so I guess he had to address
aired out some things.
Yeah, air it out. And he chose the Roots picnic to air it out. Big stage. I guess this is history for Jay-Z. Like this is what he usually does. Summer Jam, Mobb Deep, Nas thing back in the day.
Yeah, but this time he got beef with the universe. he called out everybody.
He brought out Friends and B-Way. I'm sorry, Free
and Bean.
Free and Beans. Yeah. So they might have patched those a couple of things up there. Had brought them up to perform. So that was a good look for the city and everything.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I heard the freestyle. Was it his best? Maybe not. Considering who is this like long after Michael Jordan retires, he can dunk. Is that what that is? Think about this, dog. I just thought about it. Is this like you've seen the footage of Dr. J being able to dunk when he's 50, right? Is that this? Or is this
I think this is more. I think this is LeBron playing like it's like his 15th season, 16th season,
19th season. That's what this is. This LeBron.
Yeah, this would be like LeBron's 19th season. That's what you're looking at.
He just holding on barely. But no. Now I won't say that. Now I won't say that. Now LeBron's still hooping for somebody. I think he's the best player at this age. You know, at NBA history, I would say. I've never seen a better player at this age. I'll give him that. But all right, I like the example. That's cool. I get it. That's funny. That's a good one. That's actually a good one. But we didn't make it. I thought the freestyle was mid, but I thought it was good for a guy who's a legend in the game, who looked like he was out there. And he got out there and he was running with the young guys. That's all. Or was it the young guys who he was? Is Drake a young guy still? It's
like he just had a couple bars for whoever.
Yeah.
That's all it really was.
He had smoke for everyone.
And like with hip hop, like some people put like an age and stuff on it. I don't really put an age on it.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
If you can spit, you can spit. Like that's the way I look at it. So.
Some
people try to age it out because nobody else does that in any other form of genre. Like rock and roll, they're going to sit there and perform with each other. The greatest bands, the old drummers, new drummers, old guitarists, new guitarists. Hip hop is like one of the only things that actually does this. Like you can't, like why can't the old generation and new generation like really get along and like make good music, make songs together. Like
they don't. But the rock and rollers don't beef.
Yeah, keep the culture going. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got their beefs and stuff, but it's not as big as it is, I think, with how they
hip hop. I
put it in hip hop.
I thought the freestyle was good for a guy who we don't hear much from musically, so that's what I thought. But yeah, the world is talking. That's all everybody talking about. He grabbed the headlines. That's what Jay do.
Yeah, I mean, give him 2 weeks. If he drops a song after this, then we'll see.
Yeah, I would have much rather have heard it in a song. Like it would have killed the world if he did it like that. But doing it out on that Summer Jam screen, this is the biggest thing. The Summer Jam, right? I guess. Do they still do Summer Jam?
I think they still do, but I think it's more like that got to the younger crowd now. So I guess it's more of their artists.
Yeah, like Power 90. What is that? The Power 99 joint here. Yeah. Roots Picnic is a thing unto itself. Yeah. It was a good look for Jay. It shows that he's, extremely culturally relevant. And he can still, look like he can still rap. So there you have it. God damn. We're gonna do something cultural. Next week, people, I am gonna be out of town I'll be out of town a couple of days, so next week.
Yeah, definitely reach out to us though. I mean, like, let us know how you feel over it. I mean, we're off next week. Let us know. Engage with us. Let us know how y'all feel about this bus trip situation. Also, don't forget, 11/22, Eagles Steelers to be in the house for the Center Court Podcast official Fritz Fry to kick off. So we got that coming. So
you are absolutely right, sir. Once again, you hit the nail on the head, bro. We need you to listen. We need you to engage. Get on YouTube and check in if you want to ride with us on a bus trip, bro. It's going to be crazy. Is that a pause worthy, John? Let me rephrase.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want to go see the Eagles and Commanders play football. And let us know if you want a seat on the bus. And we going to be lit on the bus. Let us know on YouTube. Check in on YouTube. Check in on Spotify. Check in on Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get your podcast, check in, like, subscribe, and
tell
join
a friend
the
to tell
tribe.
A friend.
Subscribe and join the tribe, ladies and gentlemen. And we appreciate y'all for checking in. We absolutely do.
Indeed.
All right, and I guess that's it, bro. I just got one more question for you.
What's that? Shoot.